everyone. Welcome to Mockshell, a place of refuge, a safe haven. My name is Adeyemi Esther, and today, by the grace of God, we'll be diving into emotional healing. The emotions of a man are the components of his soul, the inner world. Today we'll be handling permanent emotional healing. And we don't talk about emotional healing without talking about emotions. The emotion of a man can be wounded, can be crushed, can be silenced, can be abused. But I would like to touch first what emotional healing is not. Emotional healing is not the absence of painful memories. Emotional healing is not the absence of painful emotions. Rather, it is the restoration of order in the inner world. That is, the wound from your past does not define you. They don't dictate how you act, how you react. They don't dictate how you reason and the lens with which you see life. Even if the memory remains, emotional healing does not take the memory. Rather, it ensures that the memory of such events does not have negative impact on your decisions, on your reaction, on your behavior generally. Why does emotional wound persist? Number one, when pain is suppressed and not processed. And I will give illustrations as I'm listing this aspect. When you ignore what you're going through, you ignore the pain you're being faced with, you decide to silence it as if nothing happened. Instead of saying, this is what has played out, this is how I feel about this, I'm hurt, I'm offended, I'm disappointed, you ignore it and you suppress it. One thing about suppressed emotion is that it will play out later in future as negative pattern. Yes, you don't silence your emotion. You don't crush it. You don't keep it forgotten. If you don't handle and process it appropriately, as at the time it is playing out, it will show forth later. Emotional wound persists when truth is avoided. You don't want to talk about what is going on now. So for instance, you're being offended by a friend and probably the person said some words that hurt you deeply. Instead of saying, my friend, so and so, what you said hurt me, you decide to be in denial. By the grace of God, we will talk about the deceit of denial as time goes by. And you choose to be in denial. And the person is saying, how are you? Hope you're good. And you say, it's fine. Instead of addressing that matter, emotional wound will persist. It will continue. It will still be in place. Because instead of addressing the matter, you decide to sweep the truth under the carpet. You don't want to face the truth. Also, emotional wound persists when forgiveness is postponed and not handled appropriately. And let me give an illustration. Offense is like baggages. It's like load. You are carrying things that you are not meant to carry. When someone offends you, and you pick offense, what the person had done is put a load on you. So when you decide to journey life with that load, with that offense, without forgiving the person, without letting go of the person, what the person had done is to slow down your pace. If you see an athlete carrying a bag while running, you see that athlete will not run like his or her colleagues because a weight is on him or her, and that will reduce the pace at which he or she is meant to go. Forgiveness is not to be postponed. You forgive people for your own sake, not for the offender, so that you can move on with your life, you can progress fast. You are not held bound with the offense or with the situation, because anytime you think about it, you see that you revisit the pain. The pain is fresh. Also, emotional wound persists when identity is built around what you have and not who you are. You feel fulfilled, you feel whole when you have things, when things are working well. Many persons could not, they can't seem to journey well in life when they are in the midst of failure, when things are not working appropriately the way they desire it. And failure is a means to learn. Failure is not evil. Failure is an opportunity to learn. No, rejection is an opportunity to get something else, to find another opportunity. The word no in itself means next opportunity. When identity is around what you have, emotional wound will persist and not who you are. We do not worth much as a result of what we have. Material things can go. It is about who you are, the quality of your life. Many people try to feel better Instead of addressing the matter and solving it once and for all, they love to feel better. But for healing is a journey, and feeling better is temporal. Pursue complete healing. So what are the practical steps to permanent healing? Number 1, emotional awareness. Emotional awareness is when you pay attention to, how am I feeling? A scenario had played out and you notice that your inner man, your inner person is disturbed, and you reflect on, what am I feeling? Is it anger? Is it betrayal? Is it grief? Is it shame? You can pinpoint what you are feeling. Emotional awareness. Be aware of how you feel. And once you find out how you feel, don't judge it. Just write it down. Another point to finding permanent emotional healing is to find the roots and not the symptoms. When you want to destroy a tree, you don't go for the leaves. You focus your attention on the roots. Once the root is uprooted, you are good to go. Once you focus your attention on the leaves or the branches, it will spring up again. It will come back to life. So when you are on the journey to permanent emotional healing, what you focus on is the root cause. What had made this play out this way? What is the childhood or what is the past experiences that is powering what is going on now? The root of withdrawal most times is rejection. When you see people withdraw, they are being scared of being rejected because check the roots. Someone has rejected them before. Someone had abandoned them before. The root cause to people pleasing, when you see people that are always all out to ensure that they please others, even at the detriment of their own values, is to the end that they are seeking validation, and the root cause is abandonment, so that the people will not leave, so that the persons they are surrounded with will not leave them. That fear of being abandoned make them please people. Another point to your journey to permanent emotional healing is express yourself. Feel free to know how you feel. It is okay to express your feeling without acting. Don't cage your emotions. Don't cage how you feel. Suppressed emotion, they come back as patterns, and you don't want that. Suppressed emotions are offshoots of you silencing your feelings. Permit yourself to feel without acting. Another point is tell yourself the truth. Don't shy away from the truth. This is how I am at the moment. This is how I'm feeling. It is not bad. Tell yourself honest truth, even if it is not convenient, even if it is not comfortable. There is a saying about to thyself be true. The truth might not be comfortable, but ensure you tell yourself the truth. Truth gives you clarity. It helps you know where to give attention to. On your journey to emotional healing, you have to forgive. You have to forgive. Let go of the pain. The person that offended you, the person that hurt you, is going on with their own daily life without any luggage. Ensure you are not still carrying the weight of offense. Forgive. Let go of the past. Also, identity reconstruction. Find out who you are. Just like I explained last week, how faith works with psychology and how faith complements psychology. I know you can speak positive, affirming words, but I would say, hear the word of God. Take note of what God has said about you. Your identity is in who God says you are. That is the core of our identity, who God has called us to be. Reconstruct your identity. Sit with the word of God. Let the word of God re-engineer your mind. And the last one is boundary formation. Even when you forgive people that hurt you, it is okay to set boundaries. Yes. What you're trying to do is not because you've not let go, or probably you've not forgiven those persons, but because you are guarding yourself. Set boundaries. Let people know that this is the limit of what you can do. Let people know that this is the limit of how you can react, how you can speak to me. Set boundaries. Remember, healing is a process. And as you go on this journey, as you intentionally give yourself to it, one after the other, you start seeing changes challenges in your daily life. Permanent healing can be maintained by reflection, journaling, write down how you feel. I remember that I do a lot of, when I have people in my life and I know that this person, you are affecting me in this aspect, but you are good. It's not like you're a bad person. What I do is I tabulate it. I'm sorry. I tabulate it and I'll write your good and I write the bad and I weigh it. Once I see that, okay, the bad is more or it's affecting me, there will be many boundaries. Yes, to how much I give you access to me. It's not because I hate you, I love you, but because I love me too. Set boundaries. Healing is not a one-time event. It is a process. And if you are to continue on that journey, you must learn to journal. You must learn to reflect. You must learn to seek therapy time and time again. Yes, it is a journey. And I strongly believe that as you go on this journey of emotional healing, a lot of things will open up to you. You will get clarity on how things are not meant to be, things that are not meant to be, and things that ought to be in place. And I ask that the Lord will heal everyone who is emotionally down this season and beyond, that His presence will be strong upon you as you intentionally journey towards permanent healing in your emotions. God bless you. Thank you so much for always viewing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting, for liking, and sharing our videos. God bless and reward you. Till we meet again next time, have a wonderful day. Bye.